Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's February 16th, and I'm going to talk about an unconventional way to start your potatoes. In my prior video on where I was planting potatoes, and I talked about these French fingerings. Now what I'm going to do is, unconventionally, I'm going to plant them in these cell trays. And the reason why I'm going to do that is give them a little bit quicker start as far as and make sure that they're all viable. I can take a little bit closer care of them, but also that you can start your potatoes if you're in a cooler zone. You can take like pots, and you could just use some potting soil, and you could go ahead and start some of your potatoes early. So once it gets warm enough, you can just take that pot and plant them into the ground. And that's an option. But let me just go through this process here. And we've got us some Pro Mix here. It's slightly moistened. And we're just going to put it in here. I'm not going to tamp this down like I normally do, because I'm going to want to stick these potatoes down in here. And what we're going to do, and it's just going to be, you're not sure which way as far as that they're growing. We're just going to stick these on down in here best we can, push them on down in there. They will try to grow up. Some of these aren't as pretty as others, so we don't really know how many of these are going to germinate. But I'd really like to have some French fingerling potatoes. I'm not going to order some more because, like I say, I want them to be here when it's planting time. And for us in Texas, it's definitely, we've got to have ours early. We can't plant them late, because we end up with them getting in that heat time where it's too warm, and then they end up suffering and dying. So so you can see how easy this is, just pushing them down in here. I'm kind of focusing on the smaller ones. The longer ones will be kind of hard to push them down. If we're low in stuff here, mix, we can put the longer ones in there. But anyway, I'm going to continue to do this, and then we'll get these covered up. Now, once we get these in here, we're going to put some compost over them, and I'm going to pat them down. I don't want a lot of extra air. I want them just like it's settled in. And I've got one full tray that I've already done, and I've got this tray, and I'll let these sprout in here. I'll give them a lot of attention. Probably give them some maybe some fish emulsion to get them to green up some. And I'm just going to kind of smooth this down here, so they'll be good and buried, and I won't have all this extra on here to deal with. And of course, if you want to follow along, and you're not subscribed, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell, and select all so you'll get the notifications. And our next video will be on growing your sweet potato slips. Enjoy your garden.